see, I don't know what's wrong with the phone here. It need a battery. I forgot to change this song and put it on my next phone. Anyway, good night, everybody. Good night, good night. This morning, the live just get interrupt and it cut off. So we come back this evening now to see how best we can see if we can hold a reason. But I see the PNP up a send and the boy. Let me see what going up a St. Anne.
Not just a few, all our children. And we say that because we know that real power, real transformation of this country, and especially in our communities, the real transformation going to come from education. Not in 10 or 15 or 20 generations, but we can do it in one single generation. But we have to make sure, comrades, that we leave no stones unturned. So in Southwest, in Southeast, we say that we don't want any child to go past grade 3 and can't read. They must read by grade 3. Whether them come from Calderwood or Claremont, the same thing applies. They must read by grade 3. And that's why you're putting in place a member of parliament who's going to focus on that because they have a government led by Mark Golding, focused on education. Your child, your household should no longer have to worry about lunch because we are going to ensure that every single child in primary and secondary school gets a hot meal, at school. Every single child. That means we take the
See, same thing matter about no know
that
how
means we take the
much
pressure
this
off of
will
your
work,
house to find lunch money. But here what else? We also make sure that as a farming community, you are providing the inputs for that meal, whether it is vegetables or fruits or meats. And so we spread the thing so that when we are in government, we're not just catering for the few, we're catering for the majority. So I want you to understand that we're not stopping with primary and secondary. We believe that every household should have at least one person who has a tertiary degree, has a degree from a university, go to college. We believe that. And so the first person in every family will get the opportunity to get a free scholarship. We call it the first in the family scholarship. Every household gets a scholarship to go to college, free of cost. That's what we talk about when we say people power. Real power comes from ensuring the people are empowered. Because right now, the education that we have is actually trapping us, causing us not to be able to move forward. And we say, time come for that to change. So as I say, comrades, I am proud to be here to support my sister. You know, so we lock down Southeast, and we intend to give you all the support possible to make sure Southwest comes home in the column of the People's National Party. So when them account, we should be hearing Williams, 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 Williams. But I want to tell you one little thing when I sit today. Me I walk in one community today and I see a brother. And him said this morning, early, him get up and find himself over Southwest. Because one little scam run we say him can't get farm work card. Me I tell you no people, don't let them fool you.
That's
Because
all.
they
Let
might
me.
come with farm work card, they might go come with the money, they might go come with all kind of things. We are focused on the future. Your
Yeah.
future, the best future you will have, is not in whatever them going to do between now and election. It's in what this woman is going to do after the election. It's in what the People's National Party and this man is going to do after the election. So we have one emergency in education. The other emergency we have, comrade leader. Everybody miss it today. Said to me when me I walk, why the man no call the election? So the message we want to send to him, because the other emergency is that we're running out of patience. So we said to him, call it Andrew. Call it Andrew. Call it Andrew. call it now. Time come. Comrades, keep the faith, keep pushing on, keep supporting your candidate, and we know victory will be sure. One love, comrades. The word is love. Comrades, while Dr. Russell was speaking, his counselor walked in from the Claremont Division. Comrade Cadian Artie. And I see some people from Southeast is here. But comrades, before I bring up the next speaker, we have a big artist in the Southwest Center, you know. And I want him bless up the place before we bring on our MP candidate. But I want to say this savior was the state minister in security. And when Bobby Montague got fired, he couldn't get promoted. He was the state minister in social labor and social securities, and he couldn't get promoted. He is the state minister in finance, and when Nigel pack him bag and run go and leave Jamaica, him still couldn't get promoted. You know why he couldn't get promoted? Because Andrew no believe in a Xavier. Andrew no rate Xavier. Andrew no believe in a young people. But Mark Golin believe in young people. He put young people at the table, and the PNP as the most young people going in to this general election. We have the youngest and the second youngest. And we have the most, we have 30% of our candidates going into this election are female candidates because we believe in the women of this country, and PNP man will stand up and defend the woman them anywhere, any day, because she's royal, they must get protected. And so, before the member of parliament come, your member of parliament, I'm going to invite Comrade Leroy, a young woman, a young woman who is ready to go into the House of Parliament and stand up for the people of Southwestern, and a young woman who believes in education, who believes in our farmers, who believes in Jamaica, a young woman who believes in development. Your member of parliament in waiting, comrade Danishka Williams.
Comrades of Southwest Center.
Yeah. Mark Golden ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready. The people them ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
Owen, good night. Carl Neelos.
People raising up. The whole Jamaica waking up. Get ready for go with gold. In the man with passion and a purpose.
Comrades, before I burn on fire, I want Leroy to go to the first verse and the chorus of this big song.
All right, Janet.
For our campaign.
Hold on. Let me see if I get some more.
Good night, you know.
Some more
Yeah,
volume.
man, I Leroy, you know. Yeah. So, let me go Danishka. Yeah, give me a little more mic, you know. Voice big, you know. Nah, you know. Yeah. All right, the side then. I wanna hear me do. Wanna hear me? All right. Comrade leader, pick up yourself. I don't know. See, you know, how this? A Danishka, you know. All right. Danishka, you want lead by 2000. The whole of Southwest Central people, that give it the strength. Danishka, no in and no lele, no bag of argument. Labor right and non-progressive element.
Eh? I don't want you again. I don't want you again.
Sound good.
All right. Danish can hold you at again. More money you spend. You at again in a southwest Saint-Ann. You at again. More. Danish can always save you. Run the boy save you. Him not have no behavior. You must.
Big up. Big up, Comrade Leroy. Comrades on the platform. Engineer. Sound man. You can't hear me? You can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Good. All right, comrades on the platform, my counselor, Comrade Paul McFarlane, Comrade Nordia from the Gibraltar Division, Comrade Dr. Kenneth Russell, we will be going to Parliament together, Comrade Fraser, Comrade Harty, Comrade Brown, my executive assignee, Comrade Dr. Paul Blake, and my next Prime Minister of Jamaica, the one and only Marky G. Comrades, in November of last year, the party called me and asked me to come and represent Southwest Saint-Ann. And I did the sounding. I came here, I walked, I talked to you, I spoke to the leaders to find out if you guys wanted me to be your candidate. And it was a resounding yes. So I joined you on the ground, but I want to big up everybody who has walked with me, my workers, my warriors, because one of the hardest things to do is be a comrade under Labour government. So I want to big up on yourself, all my workers of Southwest Saint-Ann. Comrades, the signal clear, so time come. And it has never been clearer than now. I have a two-term MP pinned down. Him can't left him office. From January, him go on the ground after him say him not campaign. And him don't leave because time come and the people are ready for change in Southwest Saint-Ann. When I walk in the Gibraltar Division, which is a division that them claim belong to them, the people show me that they are ready for change in Gibraltar. As a matter of fact, the road that he protested on in 2015, he has still not fixed it in the Gibraltar Division, comrades. So what we have is a man who is profiling with a position. And if you have anybody who's going to work for 9 years and them can't show the work that them do, it is time for them to leave the work and give somebody else that job.
Yeah, man, if you get fire.
Comrades, we are standing outside of the market in Cave Valley. We had my conference here in Cave Valley in January, comrades. And when I look at the space, I can see clearly how we can develop it. We want to turn Cave Valley into an entertainment zone because my comrades from Bohemia, a beer party them keep and them need a safe space where it can't lock off. Them want a place to keep their events, comrades. In addition to that, we want to fix the market because I have some of the most hardworking farmers in the country, and I say that with no regret. Some of the most hardworking farmers, and it is unfair to us to have two spaces, one here in Cave Valley, one in Alexandria, a market space that is not operational, comrades, because the man who is in the place don't have a vision for development in Southwest Saint-Ann. And I commit to you that I will be developing this market because my farmers need a place to go and sell their produce closer to home. My farmers travel to Brownstown. My farmers travel to Coronation Market. My farmers travel to Montego Bay. I want to ensure that my farmers will only go that far if they want to, not because they have to, comrades. Comrades, when we look at education in Southwest Saint-Ann, we have two high schools here. When my students leave the high schools, they are uncertain what to do next because the heart that Walford gave us Heart Trust in Armadale, it is no longer there because there is somebody here who does not have a vision for education in Southwest St. Anne. And I will ensure that we have training facilities for our young people to know that when they leave high school, them have somewhere else to go. Them don't have to sit in a bar and them don't have to sit on the road, comrades. We are focused on developing education in Southwest St. Anne. Comrades are moved to the road. I see them breaking ground. I see them cutting ribbon. They were up by Cascade yesterday cutting the ribbon. We drive through today and we are not pleased. Comrades, we look at the roads and we are not pleased with the type of leadership that Xavier Main has given Southwest St. Anne. I went to Cascade today and we drive through and we are not pleased. Yesterday I was in Cedar Valley. We are not pleased. We are going to fix the roads in Southwest St. Anne so that my residents can drive on good roads because them deserve it. And if a man is here for 9 years and don't fix the road, then it's time for him to go. Time come, comrades. The next thing I want to talk about is water. We have a water problem in Southwest St. Anne and they're dangling black tanks in front of our faces as if it is a luxury. I want to move Southwest St. Anne away from that because we deserve to have running water in our homes. We deserve to have pipes, comrades. We have water by Lawton Town and it don't come here, it goes Spalding. Comrades, we deserve to have good things in Southwest St. Anne and the time has come for that. Time come, comrades.
Daniel, what's name? Going black here.
Comrades, when I walk in the Alexandria division and I see how the people come out
Make a change, my
and them
position.
support, I know say no little man when it switch can't trouble my thing. No little man when it switch can't trouble my thing. The comrades in the Alexandria division are ready for change. The comrades in the Alexandria division are ready for me as their member of parliament and Mark Golding as their prime minister. Comrades, when we go up to Calderwood division, you have a little man up there named Xavier walking around the place, driving around the place and try to convert the people them. But Comrade Jim strong in a Calderwood and them can't move my people in Calderwood. Comrades who move to the Gibraltar division, them say for them, when I drive around in that division, the councillor trail me. Till the other day, I stop him and I says, what happened? What problem? He say, look, I don't know what him looking for. If him want to switch, I don't know what it is. But they too know that time come. Nardia was the councillor who got the most votes in the Gibraltar division and she's on the ground with us and we are working to ensure that everybody in the Gibraltar division understands that time come for change. And I want the Labourites there to know as well that when I win, I will also be your member of parliament and I will also take care of you.
Yes. That's it, girl. We are for the people.
Comrades, we move to the big Boroughbridge division. Comrades, if nothing else, on the owe Mr. Brown this one. If nothing else, on the owe Comrade Brown this victory, if nothing else. When I walk in the Boroughbridge division, the comrades are telling me, boy, I'm sorry, me never work hard enough. Me never show up hard enough for Comrade Brown. And I want to tell you that Comrade Brown and I and Comrade CC, we are on the ground in Boroughbridge division and we are bringing out every single voter, those who voted last year, those who never voted, and we switch some of them too because them knows the time come as well. So we're working in the Boroughbridge division as well. Comrades, you see the writing on the wall. Wanna show up today, wanna show up in January for the conference, and you have been showing up on the ground when I walk this constituency every single day. You've been showing up. Graduation season the other day, and I have to share a joke with you now. We have graduation season the other day, and I made it my duty to show up for the little ones. And when I went, there's one particular graduation that I went to. And when I got there, before they acknowledged me, the kids got up and them said, Danishka, and them come and them hug me up. And I saw my opponent's face. Because the difference between me and him is that I am here every day and him there Stony Hill. Me and him is not the same. Me and my opponent is not the same. I am here to represent you. He's here for what he can get from you. We are not the same, comrades. Comrades, you see the writing on the wall. And it is clear that time come. The time has come, not just for a PMP government, but for Southwest Sentan. We've been in the wilderness here, and we know that we deserve better. We know the areas that we deserve development. Them put up a sign and promise you Alexandria Estate, and I see them put green flag on it today. And I want you to know that housing will be coming to Southwest Sentan, and they will not be doing it. I will. We will have housing development in Southwest Sentan. Comrades, the writing is on the wall. And I want you to tell everybody that you know that time come for change. And Southwest Sentan is going orange no matter what them do. No matter what kind of farm work scam them give away. Time has come for Southwest Sentan. Time has come for me to be your member of
That's all them a
parliament.
walk
And
over
for
country
Mark
that fool
Golding
the
to be
people
your
them about
prime minister,
farm
comrade.
work.
No one will make some noise if we know that time come. Comrades, we are serious about development. We are serious about change. We are serious about progress. Comrades, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on the road today and for continuing to work with me and fight the fight with me. I know it's hard, but we're going right to the end. And I want to tell Andrew Holness, Andrew, call it now, we're ready. Southwest Sentan is ready. Call it, Andrew, call it.
Hi, Barbara.
Call it, Andrew. The sooner the better, but if you take long, we're ready same way. Comrades, thank you for your support and your commitment to the People's National Party and to the mission that we are on in Southwest Sentan. The word is love.
All right. Thank you, Danishka. All right, we have here tonight. Uncle Perry is here, and I wasn't on last night, so I want to give him an opportunity to speak his mind and pick up from where he left off on Wednesday night. So, if you notice, I'm outside, and you can't too see me because I'm sitting in the dark. So, guys, Uncle Perry, if you're ready, you can go ahead. Uncle Perry, if you're there and you're ready, you can go ahead and call. I sit here because the internet pick up better here than other places, so that's the reason why. Mr. Perry, are you there? Seems like Perry gone in bed. All right, let me dial him and see if him answer. Okay, you're saying a soon call. All right then. Thank you, Nardi. Good night. Barbara, good night to you. How are you doing? Kimon, good night, sweetheart. Eat more than me. And the time, yeah, the time is really hot. I mean, this morning after 7, the sun was so hot. Oh my God. The sun was so hot. It look like they want to take over here for true, girl. It look like they want to take over for true. Actually, you're not over here, man, so I eye them. Them they on a job, you know. Them on a job. Hello. Hello, good night, Mr. Perry.
Good night, Auntie. Good night, listeners and chatters. How are you all doing?
Good.
Yes, we are getting closer and closer to the date. Today is the 11th of July.
Yes. So now we know that the election won't call by the end of the month, right?
The election won't be called in July. I mean, the election date will not be in July.
Yeah, right. Because remember we said the last time that as the days goes by, we will know exactly how closer we are to.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's an election for August or downwards.
Yeah, it's going to be.
As I had said,
One
it's
moment,
going to be.
Uncle Perry, I have to take the call. Let me answer it and call you right back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Hello? Hey. Sorry, people. I have to answer the call. Alright, so let me call back Uncle Perry now. Sorry, Uncle Perry. Good night, Betty. You hearing me now, Uncle Perry? Sorry, because I have to switch the phone. That's why I end up having to disturb you, because the other phone I have to switch it from.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, before you even continue, I like come on. You notice I see Miranda came out talking about because Andrew come through then walk down last and pull down all of our posters then. Them just want to make trouble. I say them just come in like them a picture, but then you see Juliet Cuthbert Flint come out about them a tear. So when them a tear down the PNP posters, then go tear down for them and say a PNP a tear them down. We then lie itself. Continue, Uncle Perry.
Yeah, it's just the gutter politics they are going back into. And honestly, karma is going to get them. They're going to get what they deserve. Whatever they are doing is going to backfire on them, Auntie.
Me wonder if them
And
tearing down the posters are going to change people's mind.
What they don't seem to realize is that they have a prime minister who is now a liability to them. And it doesn't matter what he says, because I see him on stage trying to talk and trying to tell people to do this and do that. Nobody is going to listen to him except the die-hard laborites them.
You don't see him a pass through down at Miranda place today. It's scanty. The couple of laborers out there and we see inform me them I try to big about big crowd. No, big crowd never follow them. I see, Lean. Go ahead, Ron.
It is already established that in order for them to get any crowd behind them, they have to spend heavily. So that their crowds are not natural crowds.
Nah, this is thin bad. You see it now, I say if Andrew did that the crowd. You never see nobody run out like how them run and greet Marky G. The handwriting is on the wall, you know. The handwriting is on the wall.
Them things get thin out now for true. Thin bad.
Hi, Vivette.
Thin bad.
You thin bad, man. You thin bad.
It's just the date. I just the date we want here, Carl, but he might do it. I can tell you, say, I wait for the election,
Mm-hmm.
the hurricane season. That's him I wait for.
Go ahead, take it from there, because you've power night, you're not finished up yet.
Yeah, man, we'll finish up the other night, man, and my final thing was that
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the lowest we can get when you take my margin of error into consideration, the lowest PNP can get is 40 seats to the JLP 23, and the most I see the PNP getting is 44 seats to the JLP. What would that be? 19.
Yeah.
But my visionary prediction is 42 to 21.
42 to 21. You've been saying
Yeah.
that for a long while.
Yeah, man, from the outset,
Mm-hmm.
I have been saying this, and it has not changed. You understand? Um, Things, it may change as soon as the election date is announced and whatever future developments might take place. Because, things during an election period can cause a momentum shift from time to time. So it's not home and dry yet, but I really don't see the labor right them bouncing back.
Then can't bounce back. The people then don't make up their mind, then can't bounce back. Everybody
And
on the
I see
platform, and double tap your phone, scream the man, and take it out.
I see a 50% to a 55% voter turnout. I don't see it above 55, and I don't see it going below 50.
Yeah, right in the region, they say it'll be.
Yeah.
And if that be, that means the incumbent must lose.
Yes, I think 2011 we had a voter turnout of a 52%.
Yeah.
So I'm just being careful to say I am predicting this year voter turnout to be between 50% and 55%.
Okay. Lady saying, hello, good night. I've been watching your program for a while and I'm open to call. All right. One of these days, I have a guest on tonight and he's on the line and he's been waiting, so I have to allow him. But one of these nights, you can get a call. No problem. Up next with Lamar. Good night. Continue. Continue, Mr. Perry.
Yeah. So what the PNP needs to do is just to continue to do what they are doing. I like the bus tour thing that has been going viral,
Yes.
and yes, I think they have gained some points from this bus tour,
They gain some point from the bus
because
store.
what I think has happened in the bus tour is that the People's National Party has articulated more the things that they intend to do when they come in power.
Yeah.
I think what they have been doing is cutting down on the rhetorics and the political mudslinging, and they are spending more time talking about what they intend to do when they come into government. And it is because of this why I think they have gained some points during the beginning of July.
Yes, they gain some point. There's some momentum pick up back with the People's National Party. So that 3% that Donna and this will come out with, I can assure you that it has fluctuate.
And one of the things I want to talk about tonight, you see, Auntie,
Yeah.
is the this bus thing.
Yes.
I want to talk a little more.
Yeah, go ahead.
And some persons, we have a crime problem in Jamaica. We have an abuse problem as it relates to our young girls and our school children.
Yeah.
by older men. All right.
Yeah.
Now, the reality is, whether we use buses and bus drivers or we use taxis and taxi drivers, we are using the same type of men who there is a small percentage who keep plaguing on our young children.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue of using taxi does not support an argument to
Yes.
say that our children are going to be unsafe and at the mercy of taxi drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Bus drivers who are, you know, evilous and lascivious will do the same thing to our kids.
Yes.
What we need to do is whatever transportation system we have in place, it is properly monitored. And if we are to be honest, we would know that over the years, when taximen abuse our children, most of the times these taximen are not the regular route taximen, but it's just somebody who gets a car and just jump into a particular route and behave in a way that is unseemly. You
Yes.
understand? The ones that are known and the kids them know them and thing are not really the ones who are the culprit. We know the respected taxi drivers who have been carrying kids for years
True, true.
and no rumors. I don't have to be proven no. Not even rumors are echoed on their names.
So true, man. Because as I said that there is a man in my community. He whole now, and him a carry from when my daughter a young girl, and nobody ever called that man name. True that everybody we have to make trip for care school children. People trust him.
Simple.
Yeah.
And one of the things, because PMP is on a participatory mission where they allow the people to participate and help to make decisions. You understand? And so the community, each community, the parents or the PTA can select the taxi drivers. Because over the years, these are the taxi drivers that have been carrying their kids. So they know the trustworthy taxi drivers. So we can allow the PTA and the community to select the taxi drivers
Yeah.
who will be used. Because it's not a situation where any taxi driver is going to be carrying these kids. No, it's going to be a selected amount of taxi drivers who we know. And I would want to think that there are some little training that should be a part of it. It was even a 1 hour training every month or something like that, just to ensure that protocols and proper procedures are followed in transporting our kids.
Yes.
But we can develop a system within our taxi and minibus we are focusing on our kids to be an elite system, one that people will pattern and one that will be exemplary.
Yeah, and the thing
So if
about
we
it,
are
if you're assigned to the school student, where the government is going to hold you in high regard. So if you violate prison, you go.
definitely, and even if there's a situation where we have to put cameras in the taxis or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but there has got to be some mechanism in place where this transportation system for our school children are being monitored. But whether they are being carried by bus or by taxi and minibuses, it has to be monitored. Taxi drivers are no different from bus drivers. It's the same humans, same Jamaicans. So the school, these big buses are very much unsafe for the sort of rural route that they are planning to put them on.
And not only that, one of my problem is the road surface. I think if we think we put in buses, we need them to fix the road. Like I pothole serious, man. So if you bus
And
them a
I just
second
don't
hand,
like the
if you have
idea.
second hand bus like that, cause people will tell you even taxi driver and so with a bad road that your front end and mash up. It will mash up your bus them faster.
You know, like them, them rural area there, I don't like mass traveling. I don't like huge transportation in rural areas where so many persons' lives are at risk.
I don't know
understand?
if them
Because
bus
remember,
can manage. Can they manage the elite, some of the elitarians?
I am not sure. And we are living in an environment right now where motor vehicle accident is a main thing that takes place on our roads. So let us not fool ourselves to say, well, yes, these are not going to be a part of the accident data. Let us not fool ourselves.
But
So the
accident
best
can
thing
happen
is to
anyhow, because
ensure.
we don't want to put ourselves and say, well, oh, the bus don't go cause no accident. Accident can just happen. And that's something you plan for. It will be more efficient taking the children. But to talk about it is more safer. I don't know if we should use that term. Accident happen.
It's higher risk for the buses. It's a higher risk using buses than taxis and minibuses. It's higher risk using those huge buses, Coaster, the Noah, and the taxis are what I see. When you are doing certain excursions, there may be exceptions when you take big bus, and I would still say instead of using the big huge bus, you use 4 or 5 coaster. If you say you're taking out 300 or more kids at the same time.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea of having 70 kids in one
But
bus.
another thing, Mr. Tanner, look
I
on Mr. Rowan.
don't
The
like that idea.
JUTC bus is not profitable, and then tell them I send them all board. Why never use some of the JUTC bus into the fleet for take the school children and save that money for fix the road?
JUTC means Jamaica Urban Transportation Company or Corporation. So it simply means that JUTC bus is not for rural areas. Those
Oh.
size buses, those size buses, it is too risky to have them. You have car and bus and bike. I have terrible accident on them terrain, they much less them big bus there.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I do not want to risk Jamaica school children in a high risk transportation system right across the country.
Mm-hmm.
In the in the in the in the urban areas and even in some rural parishes you may have certain areas that have an urban nature where the terrain the roads and those things are quite okay for those buses.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're talking about taking children from their point of leaving homes to their school, it is the taxi that is going to manipulate that very much easier than these buses. Do we
Yes.
know how many kids? Do we know how many kids have to have to take 2 or 3 transportation before they can reach the school? Simply because where they live, a bus cannot go there, and only time they can get a transportation is from a taxi.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to understand the level of convenience that we create when we use taxis and Noahs. All we need to do is just to have a monitoring system where we know who are the persons carrying our children. So there is no there will be no unknown person who will be carrying our kids because we will know them. They will be data, their pictures, their information will be in the ministry of transportation or education or both.
Mm.
You understand? And I believe that the PTA and the community groups should be a part of the selection of the taxmen for the various parishes or communities.
I agree. I agree. Because at the same time too, we can't allow to make the little man can have a bread.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So if we can have some arrangement where you pick up the kids from home to school and from school to home, you know how much problem that you solve because a lot of our kids before them reach a school, them idling all over the place. And when them leaving school before them reach home, them idling all over the place. So if we can have a reliable transportation system and a bus is not going to be able to pick up kids at their home. You understand? It won't be able to. So if the government is contributing $500 and the taxman go and say, all right, go and cost you $1,000, well, at least the parents say, well, all right, me pay the other $500.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Until, and probably the government, the PNP government may look back into the thing and say, all right, we're getting enough money from the economy. It's time now to raise this school bus fee from $500 to $1,000 just to make it easier on the parents. But it is a project. I see it as a project, and it can develop over time into a masterpiece, exemplary project that a lot of countries would, you know.
Well, I make a deal with Light one bit. Light, I don't think you're a PMP. I think you're trying to use your brain over here. So nobody
Okay,
try,
fine.
nobody try believe say we over here and have no understand. So continue, brother Pirate.
And I hear you said car crash far more than buses. Yeah, but what's the impact? When a bus load of people crash, how much children in here get injured and who die?
Now when it
And
can, when it can,
what about the, what about the trauma that affects the others and the level of injury that affects them later on in their years? So when you compare one car that carries 4 or 5 to one bus that carries 30 or 40, just look at the level of impact on the passengers or the commuters when an accident take place. The taxis and the NOAA are far more convenient for the rural areas than these big buses. And two, it builds the local economy when you go the taxi and NOAA route rather than when you go a government operated bus. So let us talk about growing the economy. Which is best? Which option is best in growing the economy? Because all the opposition I hear coming from is that the taxi drivers are rapists or they're abusers and things. And I'm saying to you that bus drivers are not all of them and not all taxi drivers. The our purpose is to continue to weed out those child molesters out of the system. Continue to promote those who are clean and honest and God fearing, whether they are driving bus or taxi. So don't put the blame on taxi drivers alone. The blame is Jamaican men. Some drive bus, some drive taxis. So let's stop the foolishness and be real here.
that is so true out there for somebody to understand. And everything where you see a foreign work for we at Jamaica neither. The way system
These buses,
corrupt. Then the another part you not touch of the money where they say them pay feet and none of them the money fee bust them.
me not ready to touch about it because I want to have concrete proof. Because if what they are saying is true, just like with the issue of the drill, why we don't have anybody in Jamaica we're running on these things and get to the bottom of it and make people get locked up and things. Why our justice system where Delroy Chuck is boasting that it has improved tremendously? Why it is lagging on these things? Why we can't find the culprits, especially when they are in necktie? Why is it that we can't run in on them rapidly? Isn't this a case of two Jamaica?
Mm-hmm. Not to Jamaica.
You talk about this whole heap of school bus and ray. How that is going to grow the economy. That is going to pull down the economy when we start have to fix them. And after 2 years, we have to take them out of service. And then we're going to have to depend back on the same taxi drivers and they know how to carry our kids because the buses them are parked. So why this the bus the taxi drivers and the Noah drivers know, and then 3 years after no, you have to go back to them. Why not let them be a part of the thing now?
I agree.
And if truth be told, these taxi drivers, most of them are going to be ended up being if the situation where the JP was going to win and they were to go and implement this bus system, a lot of taxi drivers would end up in around the bus steering.
Hmm.
So that is why I'm saying there is no difference with taxi drivers and bus drivers. So stop label taxi drivers as the bad thing. Label Jamaican men who have an inclination towards our young girls,
Yeah, that's the right way to put it.
especially our school children.
Hmm.
So it's not about taxi drivers, it's about our irresponsible Jamaican men who will find themselves around a bus steering or around a taxi steering. So our problem on hand is to put in an effective monitoring system that monitors our children from home to school and from school back to home. And we need responsible drivers and caregivers to help us make this a reality.
Perfectly said.
Why are we disrespecting the hundreds of taxi drivers who over the years have been carrying school children and have been doing it in an impeccable form? Why we don't search out and find these and make them be the core of the school children transportation system? Those many taxi drivers who keep their eyes open and see those rogue taxi drivers who come on the route and they are the ones who call police and bring it to their attention. Why we don't promote them now by giving them this school transportation system and strengthen it with proper monitoring mechanism
Hmm.
instead of putting it on the government a liability list where it's going to cost us millions of dollars every year to maintain these buses and not growing the economy. When we use taxes and know we are growing the economy. When we use the products from farmers to feed our school children right over Jamaica, we are growing the economy. I
Yeah.
wonder if people realize what the People's National Party wants to do for Jamaica. Or they are just satisfied with have $15,000 to go vote for JLP. It doesn't worth it. No time come, it's not going to come down to a bus debate, but the bus is going to be a part of the debate. It's not every night we discuss or debate about the bus, but the bus is a current issue, and I think we dealt a lot in current issues.
Drew Fall is saying, oh, you're black, oh, you're dark. Drew Fall, I am on the outside. So then calling me if I come home. But if me stop the live now, it'll go cut off.
Okay.
Continue, man. Me not move.
Some guys press up the like button. We need to be real, and we need to be practical, and we need to be sensitive of the things that needs to be done. We don't need any more expenses on the government budget. So taking on these old buses
Bus then
is
hold.
more
And
is
that's why
more
and that's
expensive.
why the PNP mainly are beat about the old bus. The bus then hold.
Is more Yeah, and it's more expenses than income. And look at the flip side. Yes, the PNP government nation. But in all those money that we are spending, where is it going? Back to the local economy, back to the taxi drivers who some of their children are going to school. So
Yeah.
understand the economy of the thing. It's building the economy. It's going to grow the economy.
True.
The JLP bus plan is a political gimmick that can only shine for a year, if so long. And after the year, pure problems. It's today I watch a video to see one of the same bus them catch a fire in America. Same type of bus. The bus driver was a pregnant woman and she had to run out and rescue the kids them, all the kids them that were in the bus. I think there were about 30 kids in the bus at the time.
I
When
don't
we see
I don't know if it's a Perry one touch on it. Time come, but I saw it.
rent, how much is the rent down there?
Them a plan to move the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation to the urban center for $10.5 million a month from 250,000 what them a pay now. So the PMP councillor lick out against it, the one we're going to run for Western St. Thomas.
Yeah.
I
Ten
believe that
point how
some
much million?
politician friend build that urban center. And I wouldn't
Ten
be
point
afraid
three million dollar.
if them not under the for them business under the cover. Why would you take them? Why you not take one piece of land and build up one place with it so you stay there for long? They are going to rent for 10.5. No man, something fishy about that.
Sometimes I wonder a lot of things. All right, just let back with some quick calculation. So 10.3 per month is 103 in a 10 months. $103 million in a 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say to you now, the corporation can find $103 million and buy one nice place for themselves.
But we have land.
Sometimes,
Whole heap of
sometimes
land
we see
there.
them make
Whole heap
decisions.
of land
Sometimes we see
there.
them make decisions that don't make any economical sense.
No sense.
You understand?
Yeah.
With this drill we're coming out of the country now. Why the government have to use somebody for bringing the drill? The government have enough diplomatic ties we can bring in the drill themselves and
Of
have to
course
pay
they
them
can
money.
bring in the drill
Nobody to
themselves.
bring in the
The
drill.
scam,
Look, things that me wonder about.
a scam of them, man.
All of them little things that me wonder about. Why the government is always taking some route that is causing us millions and billions of dollars more. Why?
Mm-hmm.
When there are other avenues that you could take and it costs you millions and billions of dollars less.
Way less, yeah.
So isn't this suspicion of corruption?
Yes.
Isn't all these 49 MP on the Jamaica Labour Party aren't classified as suspects? Aren't they all in a bag of that is labeled suspects? And you can only convict them when you can get to the bottom of the thing and get to the truth. And that is the main reason why the People's National Party must form the next government. Because if the Jamaica Labour Party forms the next government, this high level of corruption will continue.
Corruption, terrible, man. And then take it, they're not ashamed, you know. I wonder if they sleep when they got them bed. Nothing come up in their conscience.
They are worrying about where we go and find money to fund our budget. Once we cut the level of corruption by at least 70%, we're still going to have excess of cash
Yes.
to pay our public sector worker. Because right now, me advocate for a 50% increase for our public sector worker over a 3-year period.
You think we may achieve that?
It is, let me tell you something now. You say if you have the will, if as a government you have the will
Mm-hmm.
to satisfy your people, you find the cash. You will cut corruption and you will make sure the cash is there. But you see, when you don't care about the people, your corruption index is going to be so high that you really don't have the cash to do even the basic things that you're supposed to do. Because remember now, a lot of public sector workers don't get some of their money, where they're entitled to, government owe them,
True.
We can't continue to operate like that. We need a government to respect our public sector worker. And this is a blatant disrespect to our public sector workers when you take 300% increase and it's telling them that they will get a 0% increase in first year and over a 3 year period is 7.5%. That's blatant disrespect.
True, true, man. And you look at what Nadi is saying. Parliament forget a
Them
pay
over
cut.
get a pay
Yeah.
cut. In other words, if you can't give the teachers them and the other public sector workers a 50% increase over a 3 year period, if you can't find the money to do that, take a pay cut until you can find the money to do it, because it means that the country cannot afford to pay you that level of increase
Mm-hmm.
that have. So if you can't take care of the public sector worker, if you can only afford to give them a 7% increase over a 3 year period, you need to take a pay cut from the 300% that you gave yourself over the past 2 or 3 years.
Like, you're not going to able to call the phone for your call and it's not working. And I don't really give my other number to for the channel. I just give Rowan it tonight for making calls because the battery dead on the next phone. So you won't be able to call me tonight. Go ahead, Rowan.
Yeah, and I want us to, I don't have information with me, and maybe tomorrow or some other night I can look at it. But I want us to pay attention to our female candidates them and pray for them.
Yeah.
Because I know that it is always nicer when we have our females among us, especially the bright ones who will not be bullied by bright males, but they can stand their own and
Yeah.
defend a point. And we need to see that in the parliament.
I like how
You understand?
Danishka stand up to this Xavier man though.
We don't watch it a while ago.
Yeah.
We don't watch it down from bowling thing a while ago, and I really love how she, articulated to the people the things that she was going to do or she's going to do or plan to do. And that's the point I'm making when I said it earlier, that since the start of July when the PNP started their bus tour, I noticed a shift in their delivery or presentation where they're focusing a lot more on what they intend to do and much less. They are talking much less on their opponents. They made mention of them from time to time, but the bulk of what they are saying is around their plans and programs. Really love that, because even myself is getting to understand fully more about the respective programs and projects that they plan to implement.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give them a hand clap for that, for really understanding what is it that we need from them. And it is really some more information on their plans and programs. Yes, I think what they had given before are bits and summaries, and it sounded good. But now that this man is delaying the election, it is the PNP more time to expound and articulate on their plans for the future. You understand, for the immediate and the midterm future and even the long-term future. So kudos to them for seizing the opportunity and is giving Jamaican more of what they want as it relates
You
to
feel
what
saying it,
the
Nadi?
PNP is going to be doing.
Yeah. I agree with you, Rowan. Nadi, me, I think I like it come to my mind,
The only way would I know if I Judas if you when him call that the bicycle hide.
You're perfectly right.
That voice can't hide.
That device cannot hide. No care how you
Well,
want, all tight
a
you
long
can't
time I
hide.
hear well.
Mm.
All right, and so if Judas repent and saying sorry and he want to get back on the program, would you accept him? And let me don't answer Auntie. Let us ask the viewers like Nordy and those persons who know about him. If Judas Johnson should have repented and asked, no, no, they said no forgiveness.
Ah, no
When
forgiveness.
Judas that could have just saw Jesus him too deceptive. And deception is from the devil, and we must have shunned the very appearance and avoid him.
Yeah.
Because him apology might be a deceptive one too.
When I,
Time is
th-
a
when I
deceiver.
believe in change, I judge right in my support.
But George right now under some pressure. I mean, here's a somebody running away from out of some place now in constituencies.
Yeah, man, the man,
Since
people they say in gone up there now, they never come there before. But then come and throw a mile and a press the road. So they run them way.
George, people that make up their mind, man.
The people they make up their mind, man.
I think when me tell us that 2011 election is an auntie. Cause me have 56 and me have follow politics are one of the few things in Jamaica where me follow every time it is going on. Just like the World Cup football and cricket, I'm ceremoniously follow
Me too, you
those
know.
things.
You
When
know, say if me even at that Jamaican election result, me not got my bed, you know.
this is one time of the year when I miss my mother. And when I tell you say I miss my mother, it's deep from my heart. Because my mother was an era leader. You understand? And she's a hard worker. When you hear them talk about foot soldier and warriors of the National Party, my mother is numbered among that group. And for the day, from the night, my mother work start. And my mother would on election day she would up from about 4 o'clock and things and go round up some of her work and then wake up, wish for work, wake up and that sort of thing. And then she would head to the polling station with her workers. And she was like a runner, so she moved from different areas. She work. When me tell you say she would work, then she take out voters and that sort of thing. So when polling station is closed, she not go counting center. She heads
Oh,
straight home. She heads straight home and most of the time I'm me alone there home. Cause me and she think about me and me I think about her. Cause we sit down together in front of the TV. Or we
yeah.
lay down on the bed together. I saw we living on me. I tell you something, I miss my mother. And I would start doing the tallying. You understand?
Yeah.
And just feed her with the information. So sometime halfway into it, we said to her, say, Mama, PMP gone with the time. We said to her, say, Mama, we lose that one there because we have watched so much that we have won and we have lost. You understand?
Yeah.
From I think 1980, we have this bond. From the 1980 election, we have had this bond. So the first report I gave her is that we lost. And then 83, we all knew what was going to happen because we never entered the race. But then 89 was a sweet time with me and my mother that night. Because before halfway, I was saying, Mommy, it look good, you know. It look like PMP gone with it, you know. And may I tell you, but then the people let out the push out at the back because the noise and celebration started on the road before I declared it for the PNP to her. So she run left me no one thing, but I stayed by the TV and get because I love my facts and data.
Yeah.
So I stayed in front of it right until the end and get all information and they went about celebrating and doing their thing. And then when mommy come back in now I was able to tell her, the marginal victory and whatever. So you just download on her the things that she missed. But every election night I have no time for anyone else but for my mother.
Understand.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And sometimes me out because me and her is her favorite tin mackerel and rice
Oh.
person.
Oh,
We love
okay.
that.
You love
And
that?
yes, so gone to bed. We not really know again. One time, I've not been eating it in recent times, no. But it is something that she loved when we prepare for her. You understand? And so when I usually work at mothers in as a teenager, school and mothers at the same time. And you know, there are times when I come from mother's and when my mother at home, when I reach home, no food or nothing. And the easiest thing was to cook was something mackerel and rice.
Yeah,
And
man.
we sit down in
Trust
front
me.
of it. You tell you, say we had a band, you know,
Are the easiest food
my
that to
mother
prepare.
had. But yeah, man, I mean, enjoyed it, man. Tin mackerel and rice. Anybody on the live love tin mackerel and rice too?
Me da eat some, you know. As I talk about that, me just feel hungry, you know.
Oh gosh, I want to talk about food for now.
As I talk about that, me just feel hungry.
Mhm.
Me have to go buy something for eat.
If you go eat now in the auntie, no, but I go to bed soon, you know, wait till 2 hours after before you go to bed. In an hour each, I'm saying, so we eat and go sleep same time. What I tend to do is keep my fruits them. Same time I feel peckish at night time, no, I just fruits it out.
And you know, so me eat a bowl of fruit this evening. Cantaloupe,
Okay,
pineapple. Um,
that's why you're hungry, auntie.
yeah, me realize that me eat
Because
the
food
fruit.
appetite, you know.
fruit.
Fruits leave your stomach in no time, you know.
Yeah.
They're easy to digest in the
So
sense of no
now I
time you
feel hungry.
hungry again.
I'm me tell you, every time I eat the fruits them. But in a 5 o'clock, you know.
Any mango was in it?
No.
Okay. Cause mango have a way to pull you up, you know. Mango have a way to pull you up because you have one record song say
I
me
all
not
like,
drink
well, I
tea.
all like them just come from my program tonight. I first be say that the name I type in so all.
The same one
And you
talk to
well
you.
want talk to me and you well want time and you well want my guest them. But there with me day in, day out. For easy for
This
you.
man,
And
this
where you
man,
want talk say?
try some boring man. He might diss me, man. Might diss your guess.
No man, me gonna make Nadi black you know.
No, no block him auntie. Make him wrong, but to just make him know say not tonight. Him say he might beg Nadia say just 5 minutes. Auntie, all right.
Me,
Guys, we are
no,
you
no,
know
no.
this.
Me not give. This is the number me give you a while ago. Me just give you. Forgive say this is not my channel number. This is my personal.
Okay,
No, I
okay,
don't give this
okay.
one out.
Yeah. Lloyd, the number that is available from Auntie tonight is our private number, and it's not everybody can get this number. So that's the reason why you won't be able to call her tonight.
The other
So when the
number we have
other
each
number
channel.
is up,
Yeah, it's not the number, you
when
know.
the other
It's the
number.
phone dead.
Lloyd, you know who is Judas? So you just type and say, I am not no Judas. You didn't need to put the dot in it. All you did was say, I am no Judas. But do you know who is Judas that we're talking about? It's not the one that betrayed Jesus, you know, but the one that we are talking about, him and that one that betrayed Jesus have the same spirit. Lloyd say him no. So Lloyd has been on this program.
Me never see him. Internet I get trouble now. That's why I sit here saying that
Mhm.
are the best feed, but my ear it break a while ago.
Lloyd is saying that he has been on the program in those times when Judas Johnson was here.
Me no remember see
Were
like.
you here with the same name, Lloyd? No, they saying, Lloyd, I never saw you before. Unless you were using another name, because I don't remember seeing the name Lloyd either.
And plus to how him interact on it. No light never come here before can interact. So.
You're not active tonight, unless all the other night that you weren't active.
Me just believe like that one labor writer tried to be a disguise himself. Like a Judas
Yeah,
Johnson.
you were using a different device, but was it with a different username? No, they call me Uncle Perry.
Well, is an intruder.
But he know it could be somebody who knows me, or there was time when the name Rohan Perry comes in up in the chat. Not just there are times when I see Uncle Perry, and there are times that I see Rohan Perry. Oh, Rohan Perry is what is on it tonight, so he could definitely got my name from Rohan here, and the uncle would come up sometime too. But Lloyd, another night you might be able to call Auntie because there's no phone for her to call you, for you to call her tonight. So when she's doing the live again, um, probably not the outside link, you might be able to get a chance to call her for 5 minutes or even more based on the content of your conversation.
Exactly.
I don't think that we are anti-labor rights, you know. It's just that from time to time we have been rudely disturbed by labor rights, and so our antennas are always up to ensure that the slight disturbance from labor rights
Yeah.
will be met with fierce blocking. I understand. And we one of our best friend on this platform is one that goes by the name Delano Delano, and he is a known JLP, but he behaves in a very respectful and intelligent with manner, and as such, we always welcome him. Although from time to time we don't agree, but we have never been rude, and so we always welcome him. So we don't have a problem with persons identifying themselves as to who they are, but we need to respect each other
Yeah.
and respect each other's opinion. So when people start to forcing themselves on your platform and start to interrupt your message and your flow, because sometimes we are on a positive flow with People's National Party, and when you come in and make a negative comment, it interrupts the flow, and that's not very good for the live. So as best as we can, we will block these persons as soon as we see them or identify them, just to ensure that the live program maintain its quality and with less interruption. So understand the reason why we are so rigid,
Yeah.
and we're always going to be this rigid.
Yeah. Not Michael, good night. How you doing? Alright. But I think me go all that long with you tonight because they calling me where me is for come home. So they must say I watch me so me in a dark. No, but I plan for just come down here and do it because I don't want I make the noise of the people them head.
But until you gone over an hour, you almost do one and a half hour, 9 minutes, and you gone 1.5 hours. So you were able to cover quite a bit tonight too.
Yeah.
But
So
night time come.
yeah. So tomorrow I'm going to try to work out something differently so that everybody can participate and have a good long hours tomorrow night. We can put in back the other hour when I left off tonight. The other half an hour to be exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me put it in back tomorrow. Yeah man, going over Andre Stephen now. But me have to stop here so now. So
Yes, Auntie, thanks again, and thanks to our listeners and viewers and chatters.
yeah. And thank you guys for being here. If it's the will of God, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright? Yeah man, bless upon yourself. Thank you.
Bless you.
Yeah, alright. Bye. All right, guys. Good night. Good night. Bye.